Recording now. So
Yeah.
that was an interesting break. Did a whole bunch of interesting fucking record could shock for me. Okay, and then everybody wants to give him a recording. Like, good lord. Damn,
Like
dude.
I'm just giving you the silent treatment.
Oh shit. So, I'm gonna give you guys a warning a bit ahead of time. Now, I like to think I write in a way that's really rainbow, really colorblind. You know, it doesn't matter what your gender is, your sexuality, your color, your creed, your race, whatever, where you from, your nationality, even. Hell, I even have these really great warning signs in the front of each of my books, point blank telling you, a fucking Drake. 60% human is acceptable. As long as it's 60% human, it's fine. The internet says so. But anyway, I like to think that I write in a way that's really more about the action than the sex, than the character interactions. It's mostly about the violence. I haven't even gotten to the truly violent sex. I do have a taboo coming up where we will delve into the woman who trained Frank and their relationship, and the relationship with her granddaughter, and other things. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be really fun. Dude, we got to do that story. We must do that story after this, though. But I'm just saying, I tend to take a colorblind look at a lot of stuff, and I can do that because I'm a writer and artist, and I don't give a fuck if I have harmed your sensibilities or have fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? Offended you. Yeah, fuck your emotions. Fuck your background. I don't care.
Fuck your couch.
Fuck your couch. Fuck your Porsche. But with that stated, Angle of the Angels is the first time I put the limelight on a couple of Asian types, including I bring over one of the most racist old Asian niggas I've ever written. Like, I almost offended a couple of friends of mine, and it's different when I offend friends. I actually care about that. But that'd be Uncle Chow. And Uncle Chow is in this segment. And then Frank summoned up two elementals. Censored nodded vigorously, his eyes and closed lips smile wide. Jude leaned back and tipped his hat slightly, continuing on his report to Chow and Varel, who had taken a moment in their vociferous dispute, both requiring a break after yelling and threatening one another during the whole hour. And then you'll never guess this. Apparently the heat don't bother Dash none. He just whoomp womp socko. I actually wrote whoomp womp socko. Al nodded even more vigorously than before, his eyes beginning to shine from his own barely repressed exuberance. Jude began a quick shadowboxing like kata as he continued on. It was magnificent, and you could tell it was a real extreme workout for both of them. I reckon it's why they're so untouchable, They keep evolving their game and whatnot. Varel groaned, rubbing a hand across her forehead. So what you're saying, Jude, is that the shop just one-upped everyone else again. Chow grunted. Aye-yah! If Tordek finds out, he's gonna want a big upgrade for our own. Sah! Those bastards! Yes, I do a bad Asian. Shut up. Quietly, the two tapped fists together, resting their backs against the roadbusters, sitting on the curb. Censored gripped Jude's shoulder, nodding to him once before rushing back into the shop itself. Jude blinked at the strangely affectionate motion before realizing Censor's intent. Coming down the street, blaring the song Lowrider, a large van made its way slowly towards the shop, the world's cool drive glaring in neon from a billboard affixed to the roof. Jude lifted an eyebrow as the van pulled up in front of the roadbuster, giving Jude the impression of a gigantic version of an ice cream truck. Excuse me, I'm starting to speak a little bit loud, fast. The driver, hidden behind illegally tinted windows, grunted as the van rocked, the sounds of movement and cursing coming from within. Finally, the van calmed down and the side of it raised up, opening up to reveal priceless pieces of art for display, a kitchen-like counter behind them. Paintings, vases, statues, and more lay within the cramped yet orderly quarters, and a tall, bald Asian man grinned down at Jude, setting his cufflinks in an impeccable black three-piece business suit. Yo, what's up? See anything you like? Jude's eyebrows raised sharply as he realized the man, neither young nor old-looking, grinned at him. What? Dude, I meant the suit. The man waved with both hands at his clothes, well-fitted and incredibly sharp-looking. Normally sells for something like $3,600, right? Real English wool, tailor-made by the hands of Jay Coase in New York his goddamn self. And you know what? I can retail it for you and hook it up for $1,500. Jude blinked, barely able to follow. What? $1,500 what? $1,500, friend, the man grinned amiably, holding out an ungloved hand. The name's Jimmy Wang. Saw you standing in front of the shop, figured you were either a customer of theirs, meaning you got money, or an associate of theirs, which means you still got money. Jude grinned, noting the fine cut of Jimmy's suit. Well, we're the same build, but I might be a bit slimmer in the waist. What, really? Jimmy looked himself over, then chuckled at Jude. Well then, I'll take that in consideration when I tailor it for you. Didn't quite catch your name there, partner. Jude chuckled and shook the offered hand this time. Judas Maxwell, FBI. Reckon you could say I'm a friend of the shop, partner. Jimmy chuckled at the heightened southern drawl before groaning. Chow slowly coming round the roadbuster into sight. Ay-ya! You young thundercat, practically Guaylaw! I haven't seen anyone as white as you, Twinkie! If I'd ever think young Chinese today would be so westernized, Uncle Chow would have never started the Boxer Rebellion! Dude, A, Jimmy ticked off each finger as he continued, that was over 100 years ago. 2, I'm only half Chinese, asshole. And 3, at this, Jimmy intoned in a heavy Chinese accent, Uncle! Stop helping me! Wait, is Jackie Chan Adventures out there? A voice sparked up from behind Jimmy. Jimmy chuckled as his partner in crime opened up the deli segment of the van in a wash of absolutely delicious aromas. Though shorter than Jimmy, Andy was noticeably heavily muscled, his neck as thick as a wrestler's. Andy Lai peered out with a huge grin. Slightly darker skinned than Jimmy, Andy's meaty forearms flexed as he gripped the counter, his hands strengthened from kneading breads and doughs. Atop of his short-cut hair lay a chef's hat, his clothes clean and white underneath his sauce-stained apron. Holy shit, I thought you were dead. And we're both only half Chinese, jackass. That means you both make up one man between two. Yeah, you still back there screwing up time-honored and traditional meals? Uncle Chow waved his staff about. I should report you to your ancestors for this. Dude, I'm like 5th generation American. I'm fairly certain my ancestors were more against the Watusi than my great-great-grandparents were doing. Wait! Andy shook himself and glowered at Chow. Why the hell am I explaining anything to you? Fuck you! Chow began to curse at them in fluent Mandarin, peppered with especially filthy Cantonese, causing the Cool Drive owners to begin cursing at him in extraordinarily dirty Korean and Tagalog. Jude, caught in the middle, took up a nonchalant stance and grinned, internally translating everything and doing his best not to get involved. Varel, having heard more than enough, got up and began to intervene when the shop's doorway opened up, heralding the arrival of the shopkeepers and censors. Puck sauntered into view from the side of the building, having been denied entrance from his usual methods. Sitting on the steps leading into the welcome room, the Fey princeling licked his front paws and stifled his growls, chewing on his wounded pride. I should do that segment next. Yeah, I'll do that segment next. The young valet moved to stand slightly behind his older charge, his capable hands held behind his back as he took up a parade rest stance, feet shoulder-width apart, chest out, and head high. Censored, ever the gentleman, watched with thinly veiled delight as Dash finished putting on his tank top, having barely put on his camouflage BDU pants. I have some barbecue rice, barbecue duck, barbecue drink, and barbecued baked beans. Oh, and don't forget to use the barbecue sauce with the reduced coffee grind, yo. Frank grunted. I want a melon ice cream, double order of breakfast rice with bacon, and some of that General Tso you guys keep it going on all day with. Also, we'll need a couple of the bug-out bags and some of your lesser-known art pieces. A vase and a statue, preferably. Jude lifted his eyebrows, once again surprised. Wait, did you say barbecue drink? And rice? Breakfast rice?
What?
And what in Sam Hill is with the art? What
What
the fuck is... What was that?
lies, that lies.
Oh, shut up. Oh, God. 8 minutes. Wait, I only got a minute and a half. Jimmy gave Jude a cocky grin, kneeling down to reach into a large canvas bag as Andy quickly got to work. Well, you see here at Cool Drive, we only have one mission, to bring you the finest food and artwork, and to literally bring it to you. We take phone requests, but we mostly have our regular suppliers and customers. Ain't no one can bring you the finest duds, spuds, and studs than we can. Jude lifted an eyebrow and Jimmy grunted, lifting an eyebrow himself as he explained. Duds, the clothes, spuds, the food, and studs, us. And the artwork, but mostly us. If we are indeed convening for lunch, I would love to try some of your Peking duck, and indeed this infamous breakfast rice of yours. Never mind. Censored spoke from the background, grinning at the exchange. Holy shit, you're censored. Jimmy's eyes goggled as realization hit him. Holy shit, dude, yes, Andy! Screw everyone else, bust out the Peking duck and some of the breakfast rice. Stat! Andy grunted, already plating up atop the counter. Who the hell do you think I am? Shopkeeper's plates are done? I'm on it. Jimmy chuckled as he passed Frank and Dash their orders, plates full of their requested food as fresh made as could be. Busying himself with the new orders, Andy ignored all others as he whipped through cleaning, preparation, and cooking with inhuman speed, the stock of his trade flashing through his hands as he went through meat cleavers, boning and flaying knives, and many others with a swiftness and grace that few others could match.